Hello, everybody. Sunday Adelaja here. Hello, everybody. Sunday Adelaja here. No, not the Dela Dash. Yes, it may be a brazen supporters too. Nada Ubrat Knig is Botak. So, hello, everyone. Sunday Adelaja here. I am trying to figure out how best for me to be here. Okay. Zoom. Okay. Apologies, guys. So this broadcast here is going to be it's not live. It's a recorded broadcast because I'm going to be talking about some confidential things as my team here and my brothers and sisters here have advised me that I think God has to help me with this one because, and that's what my wife used to tell me, that you are too trusting, and that is your biggest weakness. That's what she says. And so I just thought I was going to do the thing for the whole world to say, but I understand that people are wicked. Yes. And so they said I should do this as a recording, which I'm doing now. And then, but it's one of the main projects, one of the backbone projects that I have for my country, for Nigeria. This is just one of like many projects of how to launch Nigeria into the modern world and make Nigeria a developed and civilized society. So this is going to be the plan that I have. I and my team, I'm not the only one who worked on this. I have a whole team of professionals, engineers, think tank people who are helping to develop the concept technically. So, but this is the plan that we have for Nigeria to make Nigeria competitive on the world stage and to make Nigeria the first world and to make Nigeria one of the leading countries in this century. And so for that to happen, one of the most important things we have to do is to fix the infrastructure. So today I'm going to present to you the plans that we have developed to fix Nigerian infrastructure. So here we go. Take me slide it. So I'm going to show you the slide. All right. So the new Nigerian project. A friend of mine, Galava me and Avena Brezen, the new Nigerian project, somebody told me we should call it the Beautiful Nigeria project. New Nigeria, I think new is more, the Beautiful Nigeria, New Nigeria. The New Nigeria is okay, Yeah, the new Nigerian project, this is on the level of the concept. Okay, but professionals would have to take it from concept to implementable kind of project. Дай-ми не тепер. Что? Ну, тогда, листай. Okay, пока. So planning strategy. Why new infrastructure? I think that one, there is no big deal in explaining to you why new infrastructure. I will start from let me start from, why do we need a new infrastructure? We all know that we don't even have infrastructure right now in Nigeria, especially no national backbone infrastructure yet. What we are proposing is to do a national backbone infrastructure. What do we have right now? We have a country where we have roads that just lead to destinations. Some of them are express roads, some of them are regular roads, But the whole idea that is behind, or the philosophy that is behind the roads that we have right now, is simply that the road is good for you to get you to where you are going. But it is not thought of in terms of a master plan. It is not thought of in terms of a backbone kind of thing. So how do you understand a backbone? Do you people understand backbone? It's like, yes, just like I and you have body, we have skeleton. So the skeleton is the backbone, of our whole being. It's holding everything together. Not just the spine, but the backbone, the pillar, the frame, the framework. So, but we don't have that concept in our infrastructural, infrastructure the way it is in Nigeria right now. It just needs, response to the pressing need at hand. So they just constructed road to different places, but it's not a master plan. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. It's not well thought out as a concept, as a universal approach, universal concept. Something that will be universal, that will be backbone from which everything could grow in the future. So when it's a backbone, it means that it doesn't matter how much the country will grow or how much more needs we will have. The spine, the pillar is already there. The skeleton is already there. So it will supply every other thing. Everything is attached to that spine. So that spinal cord or that spinal bone is controlling every other thing can be attached to that. But when you don't have that, can you imagine your body doesn't have spine and it doesn't have skeleton? So it's just a whole lot of mess. So what we are proposing is that we need a backbone approach. Right now, if you listen to the ministers of transportation or infrastructure in Nigeria, they are going to be telling you, okay, from Ibadan to Lagos, the road to Ibadan to Lagos is just about destination. They are going to be telling you about Owerri to Onitsha or something. It's just about the pressing need. Oh, the road there is spoiled. Oh, there is pit hole. There are pit holes. We are giving the contract out. Or cars cannot pass. Those are the kind of talk they are talking. They are not talking from the idea of concept. That the concept we have is that we have the backbone that everybody can see. And everything is attached and coming from there. So that we don't have. So current infrastructure that we have, that's one of the reasons we need to rebuild the country. We need to tear the country down. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The plan that I'm proposing is that we will destroy Nigeria the way it is right now. Just remove everything and put everything afresh. Yeah, that's another program that I will not be showing you today. But one of in rebuilding a new Nigeria, one of the main components of it is the infrastructure that we are going to be talking about today. So the current infrastructure has reached its limits. I don't think we have current infrastructure and cannot support a substantial increase in economic activity. We cannot support economic activity where we are right now. Economic targets cannot be achieved without an infrastructure that can support it. And no backbone infrastructure yet. Сейчас нормально работает? Ну, хотя бы, ты перелистай, пожалуйста. Перелистай, пожалуйста. Если не показывает, тогда надо спеши к Кате или что-то. Ну, она была в сети, только что мне написала. Okay, so there are three major categories of infrastructure that were planned for Nigeria. Our solution for Nigeria is to have, we have in our plans is three major categories of infrastructure. Number one, the main important thing is that national backbone. In America, they call them highways. The highways, they are all across the nation and across the city, states. They call them interstates sometimes also in America. Those are the backbone, something they have. Every other thing, come out from there. But the people who did it first are the Germans. Hitler, when he was building a new nation, he came up with that concept. They call it, what they call it? Autobahn. Autobahn in Germany. Autobahn, yeah. So the national backbone is what the economic life of the country will be attached to. So industries will now be built in line with those national backbones. Industry that will need transportation and they need a lot of things. When you have national backbone, everything, you can plan industry, you can plan growth, you can plan development, you can plan civilization, you can plan everything around the already existing infrastructure. So national backbone, you know what national, maybe, let me show you the picture of how it looks. You see, backbone. You see, these are the main backbone. 1, 2, 3. That's the way it looks. So you get the concept of backbone. So from here now, you see what it will come to. It will come to this.
What criteria was used to?
You are going to get it. I'm on my way. I will show you. But I just wanted you to have an idea of what I'm talking about. Otherwise, I'm just talking theory. So you needed to see how a backbone looks like. Upravlenie. So you needed to see what we are talking about when we're talking about backbone. Then you see, with all the cities and insurance. So then we began to take it on until it becomes like this. And eventually, it will become like this. You don't understand all this right now, eh? But soon you will.
We do.
You do?
The UK is like.
You have it in UK.
Yeah.
You see? So if you live in UK, you already know that UK has a backbone.
Yeah.
But we don't. That's why we don't have a picture like this. And America has it too. So you have it in South Africa, yes. But we don't even have that in Nigeria. We have to start everything with that one. So, but apart from the backbone, we have another provision, which is another category of infrastructure that we need to build. It is the regional distribution and tributaries. So regional distribution is that, let's say we are talking of electricity. You have electricity backbone, the national, what they call national grid now. But apart from national grid, we have regional grid. So in Nigeria, we have regions. We have about six states, yeah, and they are in a region. So that one will be, that whole region. So there can never be a situation where we say a whole country doesn't have electricity. Even if we don't have national something, the regional will work. Even if regional is not working, national will work. Then apart from that, we'll have local community utility network. Every community will have their electricity. Then every region will have their own. Then the national, so there are 3 backups. Same with the road network. Same with the internet. Because when I'm talking about infrastructure, I'm not talking about road though. Road is just one thing in infrastructure. That includes network. Fiber, fiber Yeah, fiber optics, the internet. So just remember this. Apart from the backbone that I showed you, the reason why it looks complicated is that what I showed you initially was just the backbone, mainly for the roads, but not road alone, road everything, all the other things. But by the time we put all other things, it will be more complicated like that. So our focus for planning will only be for the national backbone right now, because the other ones will come as an outlet of that. The other two will be planned during the best quality of life planning. That is another plan. You remember I told you that I have another strategy to give Nigerians the same level standard of living as Americans. That's what we are calling best quality of life. That no Nigerian will live worse than any other citizen. Yeah, so that is another plan. But for that to happen, we have to include all other sphere of life, because for you not to live worse than any other country is not only salary. Yeah, because for example, if we are talking about salary, okay, if you talk about a country like Botswana, in salary, in income, which is as per capita income, GDP, is one of the best in the world. Is the best in Africa, the highest living standard in Africa. But it's still a developing country. Or for example, if you talk about Kuwait or Saudi Arabia, they are some of the highest living standard in the world per income, per capita. But they are still developing countries. So we want to avoid that kind of thing. So when we talk about best quality of life, we will not just have the money as much as the Americans have. But when you talk about best quality of life, it's not about the money alone. When we talk about Sweden, Norway, America, all those countries, is a combination of a whole lot of things that are working well for you. So it is your infrastructure, it is your environment. So you can have money and not be developed.
Which is Nigeria.
No, right now we don't even have money.
We have money, but we're not developing.
Yeah, that is it's not reflect. We don't have quality of life. That's what I mean. Yeah, but when Nigerians say they have money, don't let us go there, because I can prove to you that Nigeria is a poor country, very poor country. Yeah, but Nigerians believe that they are rich because that's what they have been told all the while. But we need to create that wealth. We are only rich with human resources, right? I mean, not even with human resources, with people, population. But that is not converted to human resources yet. It's not converted to capital resources. It's not yet human capital resources. It's just people. That is not wealth yet. It's potential. So when you say Nigeria is rich, we're only talking potential. So we're talking about the amount of wealth we have on the ground. But until you convert it into product, you are still not rich, you are still poor. That's why, for example, Nigeria's old GDP is $500 billion. I mean, $500 trillion, 500 billion. Now, 500 billion is less than the budget of America only for military, only for one ministry. That's nothing. It's less than the budget of France, England, and we are 2 times, 3 times more than them. So we are poor. If we are 2 or 3 times more than them, our budget should be more than theirs 2, 3 times. But their own budget is 2, 3, 4, 5 times, 10 times more than ours. And we say we are rich, and we still have to distribute to more people. Very poor. And it's not because we don't have the potential, it's because the conversion has not taken place. But we are going to take care of that. And we are going to make sure that we bring the country to a level where we have more or at par with the best of the countries in the world. That's what this whole thing is about. But that's not this one. Maybe tonight I will show you that other project, the best quality of life. So, but this one is staging area, but super staging area. That's another technical thing you don't need to bother yourself about now because it's one of our strategies to replace the country. So to replace the country, we need staging areas. What does staging area mean? It means that because you have one country, okay, let's see the country now. Okay, we have Nigeria here, and all these people are living here already. So how do you replace the whole thing? All the cities, all the town, all the roads, everything. We need staging, what we call staging areas. So for example, we are starting from here. So what we start from is that we go and reclaim land here in the sea. We know we have ocean, Atlantic Ocean here. So we go and reclaim land and we extend Nigeria to this place. So all the people who are living around that same radius of kilometer, we move them from here to that place we reclaim. So while they are here, we are teaching them to live like civilized people. We are giving them education and we are giving them new mentality. But while we are doing that, reorienting them and feeding them and living in the place we have built, like to be like Europe. So the thing we have built here will be like they are living in London and Europe. So the standard, the environment will be changing them on one hand. On the other hand, we are built, while we are still reorienting their mind here, we are already building the place where we took them from. But we are building it to be like Europe, better than even what we are building here. So by the time we return them, we have claimed these other ones and we'll go and play them again there. So by the time so we'll be reclaiming little by little that where the other ones will now occupy their own place. The other one will now take. So you understand what we are saying? So we'll have those kind of staging areas all over the country. Super staging, the staging areas so that we could be, because we cannot just remove everything at once. Where will you put? So that's the strategy. Yeah, system.
Wow. Beautiful.
So when you see something like this, that's what we are talking about. SSS, super staging area. But we have different staging areas, but the super staging area is the main one. Yes. Where is the other microphone? The microphone is untidy. After she finished speaking, you will tidy it up. Okay.
I was just wondering, what do you have planned?
Is it on? No, it's on. It's you who need to fix it.
Can you hear me? Hello? 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 Now. Based on what I just saw, what do you have planned for people that will say that they've built their house, they're not moving?
Mm-hmm. There are going to be standards. So if your house is in line with the standards, the highest demand and standards, fire standards, electricity conditioning standard, it has to be the standard. So if it's up to standard, we'll consider leaving it. There are some things that are okay now that we might consider retaining. But if they are not up to the standard, then you have to agree either to upgrade it to the standard or for us to replace it for you. We'll give you the money for the cost, and we are going to give you a new building that will not be worse than the one you have. You have a building there?
No, I don't. Why not? People, they will fight you. Thank God they have options.
Talking about the standard, do we have that in place, or are we going to be?
Yes, we are the ones going to set it up. We have not yet, because those are details now. Those are more detailed work. But we need just to set up everything we are proposing here. These are the concept. This is the concept I'm doing. But to do the details, we will need 235,000 professionals. So if you can add, or anybody else can contribute anything, we need professionals in every area, even teachers, even people who can read and write, even engineers, anything, standards, people, we need them as well. But the standards are easy to get because we are going to take standards of Canada, we are going to take standards of Netherlands, America, about 6 countries. We are going to standardize their standards, and we are going to launch from there.
There will be costs with that regard.
Cost in terms of?
So those that have to move
yes,
from their houses, there will be costs.
Yes, we have to compensate them.
Okay.
Can I say something?
No, she still wanted to say something.
I'm sorry.
When you were saying that, an idea occurred to me. A lot of youths, as soon as they're done high school or colleges, they always volunteer to go teach abroad.
Abroad?
Yeah, they go to Japan.
Nigerians?
Like people from Canada. They go to Japan, they go to China, wherever to teach English or
Yes.
So maybe.
But they don't take Nigerians because of our accent. They only take people from the first world.
No, so maybe you can offer all these young adults something. They're looking for adventures too. So you can offer them a place to stay, food to eat, and I think they'll come to help build.
To come and
Foreigners.
you are talking foreigners.
Yeah, foreigners.
Oh,
yeah.
Definitely.
They're looking to travel. All these young people.
Great idea. I'm good. I am right now just making announcements in my programs. People are registering a lot, especially people from African descendants or Nigerians. I wanted to target 2,000 people to go with me from here, from all our places. But volunteers like that, we will need a lot of them. We will turn Nigeria to a big construction site. Yeah, so we will need, actually my own plan, just to let you know, is to come to countries in Europe here, because people here are not happy. Very few people, for example, if you go to Norway, it's the highest standard of living in country, but the percentage of depressed people is either 42 or 44. People who are depressed, living with depression. So all over, white people are not happy. I don't know why, but because maybe they don't know God. Yeah. So, so many of them are traveling. So that all of them are traveling to Thailand, to Bali, just to forget. And also because the European society is too systematized now. System. You are like a prisoner. So that's why when English people go for holidays or vacations, you see them drunk but at home they behave. Germans also, because at home everything is like they are in prison. They are tired. They are frustrated. So, but when they need another experience, and Africa could afford them that experience. So what I want to do is maybe I will need to be. I don't know. Maybe we'll need to have our own president for this one to be possible. Yes. But what I plan to do is to bring in just like English people did with Australia. They moved en masse people. I want to repopulate. Yes, depopulate and repopulate. So I want to get, for example, let's say 1 million people from Europe. And also eastern part of Europe here, people who have skills, who already know what civilization is. So we will offer them cities and places to come and live with us and to come and teach us how things are done. So they will have job, they have good salary, but they will move over to live there, not just for coming and going, but they have amenities will be there for them to teach, for us to learn from them. So we'll have maybe 10% of our population are foreigners like that, who will get citizenship. That's the kind of thing I want to do. But I don't know if the politicians will agree on that kind of thing. That's why I said maybe we'll need our own president for that kind of thing. But if 20% of Nigeria will be like that, 10-20%, it will be a good, just like South Africa right now. They want to chase them out. We'll give them asylum. Yeah.
Nigerians.
Yes,
And
yes, yes.
there's
Change their value system.
Yes.
an officer in Canada, he's a Nigerian,
Like,
very brilliant man. He went
maybe he needs to join my team.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna, talk to him about.
What do you mean, officer? Military?
Police officer.
Police officer, okay.
Very honest man. He lived all his life in Canada, and he loved Nigeria. So he volunteered to go there, and he has retired. He usually come to our church before, to help us one way or the other, and to get all these troubled creeds off the streets. So he went to Nigeria to talk to. He went to Nigeria to talk to the police department. This man came back angry. He said, I don't know, you can't just help them there. So people like that, I'm definitely...
Madam wanted to talk, right? They will be interested to join
yes.
our team. Okay.
What I wanted to say, because I've seen it happen in Nigeria, in Bonny Island. When the liquefied natural gas NLNG came, they relocated people from a Finima town,
Okay.
to Bonny, and they built a new town altogether for them. And when they finished, they moved them back to that place. And when they came in, it was Bonny Island was like, there was chaos because the island could not take the number of people that came into the island, because a lot of foreigners came, people from all over, Koreans, Chinese, a lot of people, Americans, people came, and it didn't take them time to finish building those buildings, because I don't think it was up to 6 months, and a lot of houses were built, they relocated streets, so all these things happened. That's what is giving me the confidence to believe that you can.
It can be done.
I just want to say, please, let's limit the questions and contributions. We really do want to hear what Dr. Sunday have to
The presentation.
offer, the presentation, because we are just on the first slide.
Okay.
Please.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So this is the question that my brother asked. What are the requirements? Igwe asked. So what do we need from the national backbone infrastructure? Number one requirement is that this system we are building, this national infrastructure system we are building, will last us for 50 years. It's a 50-year plan. So that when I'm gone, the next generation, while they have time to develop for the next 50 years on their own without us, but they will not say they don't have time. Okay, they have time to plan what they want for and they will see how things are done. And we will have also developed disciples and given examples to people, experts. And 50 years is enough to raise professionals and to raise all kind of experts that we need to be able to develop for the future of the country. So that is just one. So have a lifespan of 50 years. Is that a good idea? What do you think, people think? 50 years, okay. Because we don't just, right now the way they are doing it is that every year you have to go and start building road again, or every 3 years, or every 5 years. But we want to do infrastructure that will be sustainable for 50 years. Next one, we want to build the infrastructure that we are building right now, all the infrastructure, both road, electricity, internet, and everything, at least for, right now Nigeria is 200 million people, but we want to build for 900 million people. That is like 4 times?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
4 times. Just so that we will not have crisis for the next 50 years. And it doesn't matter how much we are growing, we will have enough to sustain our growth level. We have in abundance. And we'll even be able to accommodate any nation that wants to, as many people as want to come and join us. The reason why we didn't do for 1 billion is that to do infrastructure for 1 billion and above, it will take another requirement, another parameter. So, but they have 50 years to plan for that. So the next generation of people who will come after us, let them do their own calculations for when Nigeria will be 1 billion and above. But this is in excess. It will take us a long time to get to this place. Yeah, so, like for example, 60 years after independence, 60 years now, we were 40 million at independence, right? So now, let's say 50 million. Now we are 200 million. We have only multiplied 3 times in 60 years. But now we even be slower a little bit. We are slowing down now because people who are getting educated, they are now having less children. So it will take, for us to get to 900 million, it will take us another 100 years. But the infrastructure will be there for them.
Okay. Can I give life to them?
Okay, she doesn't want you to talk. I'm not the one to blame. So I point the finger at her.
If you have your question, please
Write it down. Write it down. Then later on. System, eh? Everything now Akpobore is saying is system. One answer. So the next requirement, 50 years is one, 900 years is another. The next requirement will be provide excess capacity for public utilities. So we want to have excess. Right now we don't even have enough. We never have enough in anything. You don't have public toilet enough, you don't have road enough, you don't have, nothing is enough. But we want to have excess. So if we need 2 roads, we are going to give you the 8, 10 options. You can take 2 roads to get to that place, but no, you are going to have 10. So the weight also will not be on just those limited resources. The weight is, if tons of things are going through one road, it will spoil faster. But if you are diversified and only a little bit, they are more sustainable as well. Just like your clothes now. If you only have 2 pieces of clothes and you are washing them and wearing them, like when you wear school uniform, it's wearing now very fast. But when you have clothes many, maybe this one you've not even touched in the last 6 months. It will last you longer. So we want to have excess capacity for public utilities, all public utilities. Number 4, provide redundancy for the utility system. So you want to, for example, right now, the way people build their houses in Nigeria, the roads, if the road will be like this, and the next something is already house, or gutter. But redundancy is that if this is the road and has 4 lanes, you will have trees that will be another 4 lanes of trees, park, walkway, side by, so that those things are calculation. You would think they are just walkways, walk-bys and trees and decorations, but the idea is that when there will be need for it to be expanded, we are not removing homes. We are not collapsing people's houses. You just extending it without any stretch. Just remove the trees and the road and just extend it to the other. Yeah, so that is what we,
Is that the way they did it in Canada?
all the advanced countries, they have it. All advanced countries have it. But we don't think like that. But so we are going to have that redundancy for anything backup. There will be a lot of those for internet also, they are always there, more than needed. So they will back up when we need to extend or grow. Next one, provide route diversity for transportation. No. So you don't have 2 roads, you have 8, for example, diversity. And also, we don't have too much diversity in terms of the fact that right now, most of our transportation of goods and services and even people is only, all the weight is on road transportation. But we want to provide options so that we will have rail transportation as developed as road transportation. Air transportation will be as developed. So you have sea transportation so you have diversity of, you don't just have to go by car all the time. You have underground, you have metro, you have, Okay, then the next one, provide placement flexibility for facilities and industries. So that infrastructure will let industries and facilities be, you'll be able to place industries easier. And the facilities, for example, right now, if you are using a road in Nigeria and you are traveling, let's say, from one town to the other, you will not have a place just for you to rest, exist, to go and rest, or to go for repairs, or to just go and, refresh yourself. Yeah, so those ones will be there now. Что-то я пропал с экрана. Зачем? Было нормально, пускай я буду. Я же говорю. So provide road diversity for transportation. So равно напиши какая-то. Provide diversity, then provide placement flexibility. Then number 7, provide some relief for the legacy society. Now, legacy society is the place where we are having right now, the old society. Yeah, so this new infrastructure will just relieve them of all the, should not add extra load to the legacy infrastructure. We don't want to add extra load. We want to rather relieve them. Kedai Что-то ты сделала с этим камерой, не пойму. Как-то странно стало показывать. Okay, so benefits during construction of the infrastructure. Another private cameras. This. The following will be the benefits of the national backbone. Will be the frontier zone for 10 years. Now, what is frontier zone? That is another. Okay, you remember what I told you about. You remember what I told you about staging area? So that place where we built new Nigeria or new place is what we call the frontier. So all this infrastructure will first of all be built in those staging areas, those frontiers, before they come to the whole. So for example, this is the way the country will live. But before then, it will be here. The infrastructure will be here, where it will be like an experiment. You will have it, okay? Will become staging area for best quality life zone construction. So that will be, okay, that's what I'm saying. It will be the staging area from where we are going to start the best quality of life construction. The best quality of life construction for the whole country will start from that frontier zone. Will eliminate unemployment in the legacy zone. So this building, this construction, this massive construction, everybody will be engaged to rebuild the country. The only problem we are going to be importing people. We will need more workers than we can provide because we don't have enough expertise. Our people are not good in things they know to do. Few are good, but most of them, they don't know how to do things. So we will need to bring, so unemployment, even if they are not good, but they can still assist in some, so this construction will eliminate unemployment. Will provide isolation from old society. You remember what I said? Old society, before we come, we will be doing it stage by stage. Will provide an environment for mindset change. You remember what I told you also? In the new place, we are changing their mindset. We provide environment for accelerated learning. You remember what I said? That we will literacy. When we take them there, so when we take them down there somewhere, while they are there, we are teaching them to read and write. There is groups before they go from one place to the other. We'll show you that one. That will be one of the presentations I'll probably show you before you go. How we plan to change the mindset and make them literate. So we'll see that. So while they are still going through orientation here and we are rebuilding here, one of the things they do is that we teach all of them to read before they could come back to the. So the following are the 6 elements of the backbone infrastructure. This is very important for you people to note. For anybody, any one of you who wants to know this. This is probably the most important thing you want to know. So what goes into what we call the infrastructure, the rebuilding of infrastructure of Nigeria? What is it that I'm calling the infrastructure, the construction, the backbone? What is it? What does it consist of? We are talking about interstate highways. You all have an idea what that is, right? Yeah. Okay, then we are talking about interstate railways as well. Because when I was talking about the rebuilding of infrastructure and I was showing you the photographs, I mean this one, you are thinking we are only talking about roads. But apart from roads, parallel, we'll be having, everywhere we're having roads, that we're having railways as well. Yeah, so all these things are all 6 of them. Railways, roads, railways, and all others. So then we are going to have interstate high tension power distribution. It's all one for us. So this is what we call backbone. So it is not just roads. It is not just railways, different. But when we are talking about backbone, everything is the same. So when you look at this, you are seeing here that there is road, but it's also electricity. It's also railway. It's also internet. It's also water. It's a holistic approach. That is what we call now backbone. The whole country is in charge. Is under control. Is wired for functioning. So we have interstate highways, interstate railways, interstate high tension power distribution that will last for 50 years and will be strong enough to sustain almost 1 billion people. So the amount of water, I mean, for example, we need right now electricity for 40 gigabytes of electricity, what we need for 200 people, but we are going to have 1 billion. So you need, let's say you need 10, but we are giving you 1,000. Yes. Huh? We will need it. Yes. So that is the power distribution. Then apart from that, we will have interstate pipeline. That is water. So everything will be one. So the same thing, if you say we have road, we cannot have road without water. If you say we have road, we cannot have road without railways. If it's talking about road, we cannot have road without power. Everything is integrated. That is what we are talking about development right now. Then apart from the pipeline, then you have interstate fiber optic network, because that's the world we are living in right now. It's going to be free internet for all Nigerians. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's going to be free not just in Nigeria. It's going to be free in the whole world soon. Yeah. Very soon, the whole world will be. Yeah. It's going to be free soon. But we have already thought about that ahead. Then interstate right of way. You know, the internet is not expensive. Like in this house, for example, I don't know why they make it expensive in Africa. It's exploitation. You know, my sister, to wash me every month, she spends 10,000 to 20,000 naira. I don't even pay that. In my house here, we have maybe 60 people living in my house here, in and out, all the time. And we don't even pay, and it's Wi-Fi. Wireless Wi-Fi, yeah? And we don't even pay, I don't even know how much, but maybe we pay $5 a month or $10 a month. We don't even pay anything. It's nothing. We don't even count it. I don't even remember. Maybe 20. But people are watching all night, all day. We are recording, and we don't even, the internet shouldn't cost anybody anything. I don't know what you are doing there.
Different sorts of.
Yeah. Because the reason it's expensive like that is that you are not supposed to be using telephone for internet. The reason it's expensive for you is that most of you are using telephone internet. You are loading internet. That's why it's expensive. That's not the way internet is supposed to be. Internet is supposed to just be in the air everywhere, like here in this house, like Wi-Fi. But when you want to load them and be doing, that is technical, that is manual kind of internet. And that is the one you have to pay for, like that. So it's not wise for you to be using that kind of manual loading internet. They will just be shooting you and be robbing you. But in Nigeria, that's the only thing they have, almost. Only very few have the Wi-Fi here. But Wi-Fi is even not the best. The fiber optic is the real one that the country is supposed to provide that. Yeah, fiber optics. But here, apart from the interstate pipeline, we have fiber optic, not Wi-Fi, but fiber optic, which is better than Wi-Fi like 100 times. But for the whole country and for free. So, but it's in the same backbone infrastructure. Then you have interstate right of way for future transport system. Just right of way with reserves. Just for anything that could come up in future. And it's all in regards to all this and something that nobody has thought of yet. It's already made provision. We've already made provision for them in the country. So National Backbone Frontier Zone. You remember the Frontier Zone? Yes. Yeah. So the one SSA is called Super Staging Area. All right. That is the one where we are beginning. So that is the model, the example, the prototype, the main prototype. But apart from that, we are going to have 6 regional staging areas. Who understands what that means? You have 6 geopolitical zones. So because the reason why we did this is because in Nigeria, I know how sentimental people could be. Because we wanted to only have super staging area in that Bayelsa area, that south. We are going to have just one. But then I came up with the idea that no, Nigerians will be now saying that, okay, it is the south people that they are giving it to. What about our own? They don't love us. It is marginalization. They will begin to say all kind of things. Then my own Yoruba people will say, you are not patriotic. You have betrayed your people. Well, how can you go and do in South? You didn't do anything to your own place. All kind of talk. So what we have decided to do, apart from the super staging area that we have, that we will also have in every region. Is it region they call it? Geopolitical region. So that is what we call, yeah, there are 6 of them. So we'll have those regional staging areas. So that is like Abuja, for example. You built one Abuja in one place and the whole country went to sleep. But what we are talking about is that we are going to have that Abuja built in the super staging area to see the way the future country will look like, future Nigeria. So anybody who wants to argue, come and see. But not just, you don't need to go to South to see. In your own region too, you have one. So before we change the whole country, everybody says in their own region you want to go to London, you don't need to travel, go to your own region, you will see one. So it's just like when they planned to build Abuja in Nigeria, for example, it was a mistake they made. They just wanted to take care of capital, just to be able to see, because they're not really interested in the country or the people. They just want to show that we have something good also here. But if they had built that in every region at least, or every capital, like Abuja like that, Nigeria would have been on another level. Yeah. So that's the kind of thing we are trying to look at. So apart from the 6 regional staging areas, then we have the frontier area for 7 east-west superhighway. Now, we did 7, we have east-west superhighway. Because of the structure of the way Nigeria looks, this backbone alone is going to be, it's going to be complex. It's going to be difficult to supply. This can supply all these things, but we need another one here because of the high intensity of activities. Because there are people the southern people are very, very active business. So we did this is another super something provision here. It will have a lot of excess provision of every infrastructure we need. It will cover it. So then we have another one here for the middle. So it is all technical. It is all engineering kind of stuff. So then we have, this is 7. Okay, then we have 9 northeast, because if you know all these things, then you will understand why this looks like this. So 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you have 9. You have 9 north-south super highways. So north-south super. These are the 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see, you have 6. You have 9. You construct it upon. It's complicated for you right now, but don't worry about it. Just get the information. Those are engineers that will understand what we're talking about. All super highways will be divided into 50-kilometer segments. So all these highways are 50. Every segment you see here, they are 50 kilometers each. There are 200 and something of them. So all this. So first of all, we divide it into 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 9 of these ones. Then all of them will come to 50-ish, 50 kilometers. And there are 235 segments of them. 235. So when you multiply 235 by 50, how much do you come to?
4.5, just under 5.
Of what? 4?
Divide by 5.
No, 230, by 50. 235? No, 500. Is it 5 million kilometers or 500?
Is it 235 divided by 50?
Times 50, yes.
Times 50.
Times 50.
11,000.
11,000. Okay. Right now, Nigeria has. No, is it 11? Not 11,000. Huh?
No, it's 11,700.
11,000. 11,000.
Yeah, it's 11,750. 11,000.
Okay. Can you imagine? This is the 11,000 kilometers, right? That is like 1 million. 11,000. Yeah, like 1,100,000 and something. So, but kilometers, that's what it will come to. But right now, what we have is, it is going to be 11,000. But what we have in Nigeria right now is 195. Yeah, 195,000 kilometers. Yes, that's what we have. Or let's say 200,000. But this one is going to be like 1,100,000, millions of 1 million, let's say 1 million kilometers of road network we are going to have. Right now we only have 200,000, let's say. It's nothing. So it's going to be how many times more than what we have right now? 4? 5? 5, almost 6 times. So it's going to have in excess what we are planning to do. So, but the kilometers will be wide, 3 kilometers wide. I mean, not the length now, the width is going to be 3 kilometers. So by the time you cover all that, that is what you have. But this is just like a general picture from the distance. But let's zoom in to one, just little segments. Can you see this little segment here? Here you will see that all infrastructure that we mentioned, all these things, these are not roads. These things you are seeing, they are not just roads. All the 6 infrastructure we talk about are all included in all these lines you are seeing here. So if I zoom in on this little line, what will you see? You will see that it's not just road. It is electricity, it is water, it is fiber, it is everything. So let's see the way it looks. Okay, this is the way it will look. Okay, see, if we zoom in, you have grade 1 highway. That little line, this little line you see, when you zoom it in, you get there. Grade 1 highway, right of way for hyperloop, just, okay. Railway, fiber optic, everything is included in that one little line you are talking. Pipelines, high tension power lines, going to be under. We don't have electricity anymore, like, all those things messing up everywhere. Then you have buffer zone. So this little thing you are seeing here, this little thing, all of them are like that. They have all those things I just showed you now. That's what they call infrastructure. Transformation movement, yeah. So when you have this, then we could say we have a country. Right now we don't have a country. It's a jungle. It's a jungle. So this is why I want to go to Nigeria. So when I'm talking about going to Nigeria, people are thinking I'm going to do church. I don't have time for that. I'm thinking of big things. You are talking religion. I mean, they just embarrass me. But since they don't know where I'm coming from, I can understand them, So if you want to see closer, so this is the 50-kilometer road, one segment, and this is the width, 3 kilometers. Wow. How many cars can that take? No, what do you mean 3? No, it's more than 10. Yeah, it's too much. Kilometer is almost from here to the city. 3 kilometers, not to the city, but it's wide. Even 1 kilometer will take 10 cars.
It looks like American road.
Yeah, but of course the 3 kilometers are not going to be used immediately. There will be trees, there will be all those parks and things like that, for extension and things like that. Because for the future, in case we So that is the zone where we'll evacuate people to, where everything was, Anyway, so you know what these things mean? No. The thing I showed you, all those 6 something, in every road, in every one of those little something, these are the things inside. If you want to see it again, you see? These are all, this is the frontier zone, but these are the things that are inside. That little, you see? But this red and blue, you know the difference? No. Okay, this is the old country, and this is the new one. And then this new country will we are bringing people here, and then we are extending. So this new country will later replace the red. The red will be totally replaced. It is not clear. It will start from zone. This is you see one zone here and one zone here, and this is the old country. So we are building infrastructure, and it will replace. It will come out to join and. So while we are placing people, like for example, we are moving people from the main country to build something, we will have hospital, medical city for 200,000 beds, just in case, and to treat all those people who are going to be, while we are, So this is the new Nigeria infrastructurally, the way it will look.
When you mentioned just a quick question, the 4 trillion.
Mayo, I will stop you. I will finish now. It's already finished. So we'll get your questions ready, and Give the Lord a round of applause. So we have 5 minutes break, and then we'll go to live.